Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and Atalanta have defeated Bologna 2-0 in a very convincing fashion to get back in the third spot in the Serie A table. So let's go ahead and talk about this game. I mean, it was a very good game of football. If I'm being very honest with you, it was played on a really high tempo. Atalanta were really good. They have not looked that good in the last 3 or 4 games. They have not won. They've suffered 3 defeats in the row in the last 3 games. 3 important defeats as well. Against Fiorentina, against Inter, against Lazio, which has really, in a way you can say, put an end to their title challenge. I mean, but this was an important win. If they don't win this game, I think it would have been officially the end of their title charge. They're still 10 points behind Inter despite winning this game, but I would still, they would feel much better than being 13 points behind. So maybe there's an off chance that Atalanta might end up winning the league. You never know. With the way that Serie A is going, you never really know what you can expect. Inter dropped points last weekend as well. So as I said, anything can happen. This game, they started the game very good. They were on the front foot. I was really surprised with the way that Bologna played. I mean, both the goals, if you look at it, the first goal, the run that Retegui makes to get ahead of the defense and to score past the goalkeeper inside 3 minutes, they take the lead. It was very easy for Atalanta. It becomes 1-0, and even after that, the second goal also, I'm gonna question. I mean, how Pasalic was so open in the box. Retegui does all the hard work on the right wing. He fights with with his marker, beats his man, goes ahead and makes a wonderful cross, and then it was so easy. Like, nobody was marking Pasalic. He makes the run from outside the box, goes in between 2 defenders, and he's literally standing waiting there, for the ball to arrive. The ball comes and he top walks in the back of the net. Literally nobody was marking him, and for the both goals, I would say Bologna's defense was responsible for both of the goals. It was really poor defending, especially that second goal. I mean, it was probably one of the worst embarrassing performances, embarrassing plays of the season, if I'm being very honest with you. How he was allowed to make that run and to score, it was quite pathetic from Bologna. They tried to come back into the game. Bologna themselves, who have been on an amazing run of form, and this is why I say Serie A is so unpredictable. A team like Atalanta, who has lost their last 3 games, who is really struggling from form, playing against a team like Bologna, who have won 4 out of their last 5 games, or in a really good form, and they come head to head, and that tide changes completely. Bologna, to be very honest with you, they played really good football, but they never really tested Atalanta that much. I think Ndoye had a very big chance in the first half, when the goalkeeper made a great save, and it hit the crossbar, goal post, and then it got cleared. In the second half, I don't think that many chances were created by either of the team. I think Bologna came close once, and yet again the goalkeeper made a good save. Apart from that, there were not that many chances created in that second half. I think Atalanta just played it cool, played it casual. They just wanted to hold on to their 2-0 lead because they know how important it is for them, and they have not won for the last almost a month now. So they wanted to make sure that they get it over the line. And Bologna, I would say, they were just not able to do that much. They were just not able to control the game in that second half. Even in the first half, I think the first half game, it was more competitive, but since Atalanta, Atalanta after the second goal, they really, they just wanted to consolidate. They just wanted to hold on to that lead, and they really did not create that many chances in the first half, and even in the second half. Second half, I would say it was quite a 50-50 game. I would Bologna. What I want to use is like courageous. I would say they were not just courageous enough to take the risk and to have a go at Atalanta. Maybe they had it in the back of the mind that if we try too hard and get hit on the counter attack, we might concede the third goal. But I would say, like, you are already 2-0 down, you might as well go and have a go at it and take your chances. But Bologna really did not do that, and Atalanta, they just sat back. They barely did anything. They just wanted to consolidate, as I said, and the game ends 2-0, and massive 3 points for Atalanta, because they really needed that, not only in terms of the title picture, which you can say is officially over. It's not officially over, of course. You still have about 6 games to go, 24 points, 18 points to play for. It's a 10 points difference. It's a big gap. I understand all of that, but crazy things have happened in football, and especially in Serie A. a couple of bad games from Inter and Napoli, and Atalanta could be right back in it. So there's still hope for that. But not only in that, but in terms of the Champions League football qualification, yesterday Juventus won and they overtook Atalanta in the table. So it was important for Atalanta to win that game and get back in that third place. They want to be in the Champions League next season as well. And with the way that they have played the entirety of the season, I mean, if they don't finish in the top three, I think that would be considered a disappointed. Let's be very honest, because they have been fighting for the title throughout the season, and then to not be able to finish in the top three, I think that would be a disappointment for them. So they would hope that they can at least finish in the top three, if not go for the title. So that is why it was a good performance, good win, and it was a good performance. I think they looked a lot better than they have in the last couple of games, even though they just lost 1-0 against Lazio, they just lost 1-0 against Fiorentina, but performance wise, I would say they were much better in today's game against Bologna than they were in any of the games against the other teams. Bologna, on the other hand, I think they would be quite disappointed. It was a big chance for themselves, to get into the top four. If they defeat Atalanta, they get into the top four, and they themselves want to be in the Champions League. Let's be very honest. They have had a really amazing season. People thought that when they were going to have a new manager, or how they are going to respond. Last year they were amazing. So could they continue what they did last season? And to be very honest, they have been able to do it. They have performed really well. They are still in the fight for those Champions League places. The point difference is not that much, even though Atalanta have won and they have gone to the third position. It's like a 3 or 4 point difference between them and Atalanta, a 3 point difference between them and Juventus, and then of course we have teams behind them as well. So the Champions League race is not gonna end quite quickly. It is going to go down to the wire. I think the title might be decided early on, but I think these Champions League places, the race for those Champions League places is going to be decided on the final day of the season. It is going to be very tight, and Bologna need to look at their defense again. I would say the defense was really terrible in the first half. Second half they were much better, they were a lot better. So they need to forget about this performance, and they need to concentrate on the next set of games to make sure that they don't give away stupid goals because of silly mistakes. Like today they were just tiny. I still cannot believe how easy, especially that second goal. I mean, it was so poor to concede that goal, and I think the manager and the defensive coach, they are going to be really pissed off about that. But they need to forget about that. As I say, 6 games to go with so many teams fighting for those positions. They need to forget about that and concentrate on the next games to make sure that they don't concede goals like this, and get those points to make sure that they end up in the Champions League places. And they hope the results, other results go in their favor, so that this defeat doesn't affect them that much. So yeah, that's it for me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of Atalanta's performance, what you guys thought of Bologna's performance. Who do you think is going to finish in the Champions League? Do you think Bologna could sneak in the top 4, or do you think it is going to be too much for them? And what about Atalanta? Do you think their title charge is over, or do you still have hopes for them? And do you think they are going to finish the Champions League as well? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of the season, so please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.